When has America ever been great? The Constitution was written and did not have us in mind. It was written by white men who were self-centered, thinking about their power and control, creating a nation on the blood, sweat, and tears of those they deemed less than, marginalized, and believed they could oppress, erase, and dehumanize. From the moment this nation was created, there were indigenous beloveds, Native Americans, Mexicans, and Africans who inhabited this land. And when colonizers decided that this land and profit were more valuable than people, they slaughtered, enslaved, separated families, raped, murdered, overworked, underpaid, and abused beloveds. And the nightmare continues with Number 47 and his cronies, dismantling systems that were born out of the protections of those who have been historically oppressed, marginalized, and dehumanized. Attempts to ensure protections for those of the protected class, which includes all non-white beloveds, Number 47 and his cronies have decided to turn the clock back to the mid-1800s, where everyone else is deemed unworthy of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. As Laverne Cox said, we are worried about the wrong 1%. You are more concerned about the 1% who choose to live out the identity they were called to live, becoming the whole divine person they were called to be. Know this, beloved, God does not make mistakes. God creates room for us to evolve, to draw closer to our higher selves in a way that is transformative, evolutionary, revolutionary, and authentic. To the migrants, the immigrants, and those who fought their way here by any means necessary to escape the ills of their homeland, coming to a place where they thought they could live out the American dream, only to find that it has been an American nightmare. When has America ever been great? It has not been great for our First Nation indigenous people who faced genocide, whose land was stolen, whose culture was attacked, whose families were separated, whose children were killed, whose matriarch and patriarchs were silenced, killed, and erased from history. To our African beloveds, where humanity began and creation met its soul, endowed with power beyond measure, with a divine promise and communal acumen, white missionaries, kidnappers, and killers took us from our land of milk and honey and brought us to a place that was already ours, only to steal the land under the guise of white power and white supremacy. White is not a culture. White is a socially constructed race designed to be falsely superior, narcissistic, capitalistic, self-centered, and individualistic, creating other social constructs to ensure white supremacy, white thought, and white ideologies remain supreme. To Black women who birthed this nation and continue to be under attack because we are rooted in who we are, in our shared culture and experiences, in our divine prowess, our wisdom, our nurturing, our care, building communities, villages, and tribes that stand the test of time. Black women, I see you. I honor you. I revere you. You are not to be placed on a pedestal that is rooted in whiteness. You are to be placed at the center, at the core, at the essence of being, the essence of community, the essence of humanity, the essence of voice, love, leadership, truth, authenticity, and power. Not power over, but power with. Understanding that the power within is the power that lifts as we climb. To our LGBTQIA plus community, I see you. I see you for who you are and who you are becoming, loving beyond measure, living life under the threat of abuse, death, and harm every day, yet still showing up authentically as who you are, who God created you to be. To Black beloveds who have endured this nightmare from the moment we were stolen and forced to come to this land of an American nightmare that we have turned into dreams manifested. manifested dreams of fighting against the status quo, against the harms caused, against abuse, against marginalization, against oppression, against hate, just because of the color of our skin and our divine history. Fighting against the white people who cannot even look at themselves in the mirror because of hate ingrained in them. So they turn their backs and take their self-hate out on us. Yet, as Maya Angelou said, and still we rise. We will continue to rise above the evil that has plagued this nation. We will continue to build community because the revolution, healing, survival, sustainability, and access all happen in community. A community that white supremacists do not understand. White ideologies do not have a shared culture that speaks life, that is sacrificial, that is compassionate, that is loving unconditionally. Their shared culture is rooted in racism, self-loathing, and capitalism. Their shared culture is rooted in monetary measurements. Their souls are empty. Their minds are riddled with lies, misconceptions, and self-aggrandizement. Their souls are empty. Their minds are riddled with lies, misconception, and self-aggrandizement. To the women who are down for the revolution, to protect our bodies, our reproductive rights, our voting rights, our divine leadership, our voices from white men with egos. They self-proclaim to be big but are quite small. To the women who, from the depths of their heart, fight for the protection and unalienable rights of all humanity. And to those who smile in our faces and claim that they are down for the revolution but are quick to kiss the ring, you can kick rocks. My apology to the rocks. When was America great? It was only great before it was deemed America. When our First Nation indigenous beloved loved this land, their tribes, their villages, and each other. When they struggled together, celebrated together, danced together, sang together, chanted together, and performed rituals together until the beast arrived. America has never been great, beloved. And now it's on its way to an evil culmination that we have not yet seen in the so-called United States. To those who seek to silence us, oppress us, erase us, know this: we will not be moved. We will not bow. We will not accept defeat. We will continue to build, to dream, to fight, and to rise, because the power that lies within us, the resilience that has carried us, and the community that sustains us will always be greater than any force that seeks to destroy us. Our liberation is non-negotiable. Our justice is inevitable. Our time is now.